Hi, I'm Carol and welcome to Malibu Pilates Basic Fundamentals. This is where I'm going to show you step by step how to use Pilates principles while working out on the Malibu Pilates chair. The first thing I want to talk about is the powerhouse, and the powerhouse includes the core abdominal muscles along with the back tush muscles. It's like a girdle or a belt. The muscles wrap around. When I say engage your powerhouse or your core, what I'm talking about is really pulling your abdominals in or down and squeezing your tush together. The next thing I want to talk about is breathing. Breathing's very important in this program. You want to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. There's different cadences of breath in this program. Sometimes I'm asking you to pant, and sometimes I'm asking you to take a deep breath in and exhaling out, and I'll give you verbal cues as to which one we're going to use. The next thing is the Pilates box. The Pilates box includes the shoulders and the hips. You want to stay within your body box. So for instance, when I'm sitting on my chair, my hands feel more comfortable in front or in back. But if I were a man, if I had wider shoulders, for instance, I would feel more comfortable holding onto the handles. So you just want to stay within your body box. It helps you keep centered. The next thing I want to talk about is the C curve of your body. We do several exercises where it's important when I say C curve your body. So the C curve, you're pulling your abdominals up and in, tucking the tush underneath you, dropping your chin to your chest so that you're C curving your whole back, lower and upper. I'm going to show you some exercises that incorporate these verbal cues that we just talked about. The first one is the push down. So you're going to stand in front of the chair, heels together, toes apart. You're on a heavy spring configuration. So I'm going to go ahead and change my spring so I'm lifting up my bar and putting my springs into a heavy spring, and you're in a single pedal. And as you can see, I'm C curving my body. I'm scooping my tummy in. And as I push down, I'm exhaling. And as I lift up, I'm inhaling because I'm exhaling on exertion. And this is my exertion, pushing down and lifting up. I'm staying within my body box. I'm tucking my tush underneath me. I'm making sure that I'm not wibble wobbling all around. And what's helping me from wibble wobbling is really using my core. So exhaling out and inhaling up. The next exercise that I really use the C curve is the pull-up. So you're going to step onto the pedal, place your other foot on the pedal, and hold on to either side of the chair. Now I'm on the balls of my feet, my heels are up high, I'm tucking my tush underneath me, I'm scooping my tummy in, and I'm leaning forward. This is kind of key for the pull-up because you really want to be able to lean forward, feel comfortable doing that. You want to see the back of the pedal, where the pedal is attached to the back of the chair, and that's when you know you're leaning forward enough, you're scooping your tummy in, and you're lifting that bar up into the air and resisting the motion of going down so that you're working as much pulling it up as you are letting it go down. So it's levitating that bar up into the air and releasing it down. It's almost like, I like to think about having a string going from my tush and kind of pulling me up into the air. That helps me. So lifting it up and inhaling down. Again, I'm staying within my body box. I'm scooping my tummy up and in, tucking my tush underneath me. If I were any wider, if I were a man with broader shoulders, I would hold on to either side of the chair on the handles, but I feel more comfortable right here. Okay, slowly dismount the chair. And I'm going to talk about the cardio blast. Great aspect of the program. You want to go into a dual pedal, so you go ahead and twist the toggle and release it. The first exercise is the running, okay? So you're over the chair again. You're placing the balls of the feet on the pedal. There's a modification for this, and that's where you're going to be staying grounded, just like that. I'm going to be levitating the bar up into the air. So I'm going to lean forward, I'm scooping my tummy in, and I'm running up and down. Good, so I'm exhaling as I run up, inhaling as I run down, resisting the motion. Same thing as the pull-up. Good. And down, one more, exhaling up and resisting the motion of going down. Good job. Slowly take your feet off the pedal. And now I'm going to talk about the mountain climber. Same thing. You're going to press the pedal down. You're on the balls of your feet. Press the other pedal down. There's a modification of this one as well, and all you're going to be doing is pressing one pedal down with one foot. Again, you're still getting a good workout, you're still working your tushy and your quads and everything, but you're not up on the machine. Mountain climber, you're going to place your foot firmly on the seat of the chair. You're not going to be having your heel hanging off. For me, I like to have my toes slightly pointed out. It helps with you really being grounded onto the chair. I'm going to hold the back of the chair and I'm going to lift that bar up into the air. And you really want to curve your back, so squeeze your tush together, really pull the abdominals up and in, and you're going to pump down, just like that. And you're pumping down for 20. And the breathing is a panting. Okay? And you want to keep the foot on the pad quiet. Okay, you don't want to be rocking up and down like that. You want to keep everything nice and quiet. My back is quiet, my leg is quiet. And I'll give you verbal cues when we're doing this, because that's really important. Good job. Okay, slowly dismount. Keep the resistance on the springs. The next exercise I want to show you is standing leg presses. Let's go into a lighter spring. So you're going to lift your bar up and slide those springs back. I'm placing the arch of my foot on the pedal. You can do this with a straight leg or a bent leg. Bent leg is a little bit easier. It's a modification for this exercise. So if you're finding this one's really hard for you to stay stable, then go ahead and bend your knee. I'm going to keep my legs straight. I'm going to make sure that my hips are pressing forward. I'm in my body box. I'm not tilted. I'm not torquing my knee. I'm keeping everything in line. And you just merely want to press that bar down. It's a small press down. It's not large. You're not forcing the bar down. It's a concentrated motion. You want to make sure that your upper back is quiet, upper body is quiet. You're not twisting all around. And the breathing is normal. And when you switch to the back, you want to take your foot off and then place your foot on the pedal, just like that. So you're in your arch, you're kind of hooking your foot over the bar. Just a small press down, concentrated, little motion. Hips are square, I'm facing back, so my hips are facing back as well. And this is great for this whole area right here. All right, we're gonna go down to the floor and I'm gonna show you corkscrew on the floor. More importantly, I'm going to show you how to engage your powerhouse while you're laying down. So when you lay down on the floor, you want to make sure your head is not on the foot pad. You're going to hold on to either side of the chair, and that's going to aid you when you're doing your abdominals on the floor. And here you are. You're going to pull the abdominals down. You're going to really imagine that string that I talked about going from your belly button and pulling down to your spine. So your whole spinal column is imprinted onto the pad. So there's no space in between your back and the pad. Imagine pressing your back onto your hand. That might help you. And then take your hand out and further press your back onto the floor. Corkscrew, you're going to lift your legs up into a 90-degree angle, and you're going to do a circle one way, and you're going to do a circle the other way. The reason why I wanted to show you this one is that when you do that circle, it's very easy to lift up on a hip like that and lose your balance. But if you have your core engaged, and if you're really utilizing the whole powerhouse, you're not going to let your hip lift up. So you're merely rounding your legs the size of a beach ball, just like that. If you want to, you can go a little bit bigger. Okay, it's more of a challenge, but I don't want your hip lifting up. I want your hip grounded. The breathing is exhaling and exhaling. So you want to inhale when you get home, when you get back to your 90-degree. The next exercise I want to show you is the swan dive. In the swan dive, you go around to the back of the chair and you lay over the chair. For me, My belly button on the edge here feels comfortable, but you might need to be a little bit further forward. So anywhere between your hips and your belly button is fine as long as you feel comfortable being over the bar. So right now I'm on my belly button. You might need to be a little farther forward or back. I just want you feeling confident and comfortable being over the bar like this. The swan dive is great for your abdominals. It really stretches out your core. It also works the back, it works the tush muscles, everything. So when you're ready, you're gonna take a deep breath in and lift all the way up, and then you're gonna exhale down. And it not only looks pretty doing it, but it really works the back muscles here. They're called the urorector muscles. Works your abdominal muscles because you really have to use them to get you up and releasing down, and it opens up your chest. So I don't want you to scrimp on this one. I want you to really try and come up as high as you can and release it down. Again, inhale and exhale. Good job. All right, well, you've learned some fundamentals, and now you're ready to work out with Malibu Pilates.